Bror Fredrik coming at you with another video. I'm currently leaving the stratosphere. But before we get underway, I want you to check something out and tell me what you think about it in the comments. Look at the beams up here. Every single one of them. And this is not bad compared to, I would say, good or bad. But they all have footprints from thousands and thousands and thousands of different sneakers. I don't think I've ever seen anything like this anywhere else in the world, and I don't exactly live under a rock. So if you want to explain that to me, I'm happy to hear it. Obviously, it gets lesser and lesser. So what do? Like, you slam your shoes down against there, or I don't know what the deal is. We're going to end up going in circles again until we find our way out of here. These parking lots are just a pain in the ass. Oh, here we go. All right. So if you're new to the channel, my name's Bror Fredrik, Vegas-based photographer, videographer, cinematographer, and part-time philosopher. And I am currently leaving the stratosphere, and I wanted to welcome you all along for a little drive and chat. So I have some news from various places. One is from here. Now, I went to park, obviously, in this self-parking lot up here, because I was doing another video across the street. And what I found out today is that the Stratosphere valet parking is currently open. So that's kind of cool. Is this the apartment for you? I'm going to try to pull a little closer to it, get a little local flavor going on. Let me wait for these people to slide on by. This can be yours for only $130 a week, and check out the view. Anyway, so the Stratosphere valet is open. I took the time to do the self-parking because I'm just kind of getting used to it. Well, you never get used to it, but that's what was available, I thought. And lo and behold, when I went to go cross the street, the valet is actually open. So what they do is they cover your seat and your steering wheel with like these preformed, like plastic bags, like they do at the car dealerships when you go and have your car serviced. And they get in, get out, so valet is back in effect. So that's kind of cool, and I hope more properties pick up on that. They have been slowly but surely, but not en masse. So we're gonna cruise down the boulevard a little bit. Maybe we'll hang a right. This is just traffic laden up here because of the construction that I'm going to show you in another video, but maybe we'll go down to Circus. So in other news, got word from the Tropicana, and I've mentioned them 2 or 3 times already in videos, and the Tropicana was supposed to open September 1st, but they have delayed their opening, they say, up to 3 weeks. So they said the minimum of the 17th to the 21st onward, depending on demand and bookings. And they got great deals right now. They're running $49 waiving the resort fees, so that's a great deal. So we'll see what happens with that. They did invite me to the opening, and then they said it wasn't going to happen. So I'm wishing them luck. I mean, between you and me and, probably them who's watching right now, I don't think they were actually ready to open when I was down there. Not that these places don't open, on a dime. You just don't like, hey, someone flipped the switch, we're back in business. There's a lot that has to go into it. Gaming control board has to be there, the money, the vaults, the chips. I'm sure it's clean inside and all that, but it's not, you just don't flip a switch like, you're going into a mom and pop. It's a big deal. I mean, these places, they're not used to this whole shutdown procedure. Who's got the keys to the front door at the Mirage? It's one of those deals. So, we're anticipating 3 weeks, but we'll find out. But on a more positive note, the Mirage is opening on the 27th at 10 a.m. I know a few of the viewers have actual bookings for that day. So if you're going to be down there, go ahead and give me a shout. I'll be walking around from 9:45 on, maybe an hour or so. Go see what they have going on. Definitely take a look at the outside if it's not 120. And I'm looking forward to that opening. I'm looking forward to see if they brought any animals in, how they changed the interior. I know it's going to be clean, so I'm not worried about clean. I just want to see if they made any changes, what's different, and I'll take everyone along with me. I'll do a live there also, but if you're there, give me a shout out in the comments and maybe we'll hang out, do a little shout out video. That'll be fun. And for all you 9%ers who stick around to the end of every video, you guys are the best, and we're a growing family of 9%. So I'm going to drop the 9% word of the day at the end of the video. That way I know you watched it till the end. You drop it in the comments. I'll like, I'll heart, I'll comment, and I'll know you stuck around. That helps me out. It helps the channel out. It tells YouTube that you're liking what I'm doing, so it's most appreciated. We're passing the under construction tower right now. I love these towers off on the right here. The Sky Plaza, that is actually a beautiful, beautiful tower. Why is this guy slowing down? I thought he saw something I didn't. But the tower on the left has been under construction forever. Gonna go down to Resorts World. I keep, I correct myself on it. It sounds Resorts World. It should be Resort World, but why make a tongue twister out of it? No one's gonna call it Resorts World in the grand scheme of things. But they're moving right along. I might do a video for them. I'm just waiting for honestly, a break in this weather. It's been brutal, like every day, 115 plus, circus. So I got a lot of things planned once we get a little break in the weather. Not just for myself. I mean, it's not the greatest thing in the world to be out walking around in, 115, hydrated or not. But, the camera equipment just can't handle it. I mean, we're talking maybe up to 100, 105 if the sun isn't beating down on it. But 4K cameras, which I use, they just can't handle extreme heat. Anything over 105 and it'll just shut down to protect itself. That's normal. I shut down to protect myself too when it's over 105. But we are going to cruise down. This is called Sammy Davis Jr. right here, but also known as Industrial. And this is Battleground Vegas you see in front of it. Let me switch the camera up a tad. There's a little different view. You can see what they got going on in there. That's a fun place. You can go and shoot machine guns. They got, there's a Russian helicopter over there, an old vintage, that's a Huey back there. They got tanks, they got Hummers, they got machine guns. They got all sorts of cool stuff that you can go play around with. There's an armored personnel carry over there. They got some 50 cals. I'm not sure if this place does it, but there is a company in town that will take you up in a helicopter and let you shoot miniguns out in the desert. I mean, there's just about anything that you can do that you've ever wanted to do in town. But this is particularly fun. I'm going to hook up with them eventually and see what we can put together in terms of a video. So we're on Industrial Boulevard right now. We'll pass a few strip clubs. We'll chat a bit. I wanted to announce a new segment that I'm going to start doing probably once a week called Hey Bror Fredrik, because that's how I'm always asked questions. The question goes like this: Hey Bror Fredrik, what's your favorite place in town? Hey Bror Fredrik, what's the best place to get pizza? Hey Bror Fredrik, where can I shoot a minigun in the desert from a helicopter? I got all the answers to that. So I'm going to answer them in an episode called Hey Bror Fredrik. So how that's going to work is I already have the first two topics. All the topics are going to be from viewers. So if you want a topic discussed, you have a question to ask me, as long as it's not too personal, drop it in the comments. If it sounds like good content, good entertainment, and information value for everyone, we'll discuss it. And that's how it's going to go. So drop it in the comment. We could start now on this episode. Start dropping comments. Hey, Bror Fredrik, question. And let me know what you want to talk about. You know, I'm game, but I'm going to do it one day a week. Might be one question. If I get on a rant, it might be 3 questions, but that's what we're going to do, because I want you guys have been faithful. You guys have been following me since the beginning, which was a few months ago, and I appreciate that. So I want you guys and gals to get to know me, and I want to get to know you too. So that way, I want to build a community, put it that way. That's how I want this channel to be run. I want it to be a community based. It's about me, for you, but it's about all of us hanging out together. Because if you notice the way I like to vibe in this channel is if you were sitting in the seat next to me, no different. We're just friends hanging out in Vegas. I want it to be, the show, yes, is about Vegas, but I also want it to be a show that's from Vegas as much as it is about Vegas. So I want you to see the local flavor, and we'll see where it goes. So we're going to do that. Hey, Bror Fredrik. So start today and start dropping comments. I'm going to read them all. I'll acknowledge them all, and we'll go from there. I already have the first 2 episodes planned, so I wanted to add a little more structure to how the channel's being run as it grows. So I might do certain things on certain days. If you have any suggestions, what's your favorite day and all that, I'm all willing. So help me mold the channel into something that you all like. That's what I'm asking, basically. So drop that in the comments, and if it works for me, it works for me. One last note before I get going here. About the comments. Now, in the beginning, I handled each and every one of them, and I still try to get to each and every one of them. I do read each and every one of them. They're not missed. But I gotta tell you, YouTube has the worst system for messages. Sometimes they pop up instantly. Sometimes they pop up hours later. Sometimes they pop up a day later. It's just so antiquated. I mean, it's like an old forums from 1996. It's absolutely ridiculous. Sorry, YouTube, but it is. So, and here's another one. Replies. You can barely tell if I reply to you and you reply to me. The chances of me seeing it are pretty slim, because it doesn't give you the option to go ahead and find out who replied. The only way to do that is to manually scroll through hundreds of them, and you see, oh, someone replied, and then try to get in there. So they make it difficult to keep in communication with viewers. It really needs to be updated, but I am researching some software that's available that'll allow me to do that with filters. That way I can check all the replies. I can check everything that I missed. I could check, I can keep in touch a little better, save myself a little time, and include you, because trust me, there's not a comment that I don't see. But, when the next one comes in, it bumps that one and it's off into some black hole somewhere. So it gets kind of ridiculous. And I didn't realize that until the past couple of weeks, when the volume started increasing, how arcane the system is for messages and comments and things like that. But like I said, I'm researching some third-party software that allows you to sort of turn the commenting into a workflow. So hopefully that works. I'm going to do a couple trials of a few different softwares. If anyone out there has a piece of software that they're using or that they know of, I'm willing to go check it out, because anything to make my life easier as far as comments goes is great for you, and it's great for the channel, because I honestly do want to get to every single one of them. That's important to me. But like I said, the way YouTube is now, it's just, they make it nearly impossible, because you just don't know. Sometimes you just don't see. If I go back and, it's like, it's a game of tag with comments. I'm not going to get into it, but trust me, they'll all get read. I am catching up with them, and I think I'm doing a pretty good job of keeping on top. But there's just gotta be a better way. I'd rather spend 2 or 3 hours producing a nice video, or taking everyone on a nice drive to Red Rock or down the Strip or to the airport or somewhere fun, than sitting answering comments. Not that it's not important, but I know there's a better way to do it, because I want to get to know every one of you, and I am getting to know a lot of you by name, and that's absolutely awesome. I know who the OG 9%ers are at this point. And speaking of 9%, right now, up in, let's see, where are we? Up in this corner, going to drop the 9% word of the day. So if you stuck around this far, came along for this ride, drop that word or phrase in the comments and I will know that you stuck around and you're part of the 9% club. We're going to do different things. I'll probably build a special page on the site. We'll do some giveaways. I have a few things in mind. Some people are, as the channel gets more popular, people want to talk to Bror Fredrik. They're like, hey, Bror Fredrik, we got something you might be interested in. So whatever they're going to pass my way, I'm just going to give away to you guys. That should be fun too. So I want to thank you for coming along for this ride. If you got any suggestions of places you want me to go, things you want me to see, or things you want to talk about, especially for the new Hey Bror Fredrik segment, drop them in the comments below, and I promise I will get to the comments. Working on it. It's all good. And on that note, Bror Fredrik out.